Star Duke forward and potential #1 draft pick Zion Williamson suffered a grade A knee sprain Wednesday night while taking on their rival, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Williamson's injury sparked many tweets from NBA players, some expressing their ideas of players skipping college to jump into the pros. Earlier this week, the NBA formally brought up the idea of changing the draft age from 19 to 18. Drafting players out of high school does have its pros and cons, but I believe it's good for the health of the players. I think this is a great idea for the NBA, and it shows that the health and safety for their players and potential players is a big concern for them. I'm Brett McCargo.
The NFL is filled with many exciting quarterbacks, some who have been called overrated and some who have been called the GOAT. But truly, there's only one GOAT that surpasses everyone else. His name is Tom Brady. Brady has won 237 regular season games in his career, the most by an NFL quarterback. He has 9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 Super Bowl wins. And to top that, after being called the slowest quarterback to play the game, he gets 1,003 rushing yards in his career. There's no stopping this man. You could call him a crybaby or even a cheater. It doesn't matter. That just motivates him to play more high-standard football. Brady always manages to shut the haters up. You could have Joe Montana, Dan Marino, and Brett Favre together, and they still wouldn't beat Brady. Not to mention his loyalty to the Patriots. Many quarterbacks may leave their team to join a better one, but not Brady. Brady is the one and only true GOAT. I'm Andy Hernandez.
Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl MVP. Despite this, people discuss whether he's elite or washed up. Over the years, after his magical 2012 season, Flacco has lost the spark he once possessed. His stats have become mediocre. His quarterback rating has been in the low 80s for about 4 seasons. In 2018, he even lost his starting job to a rookie quarterback despite being healthy to play. The Ravens knew Flacco's career was going downhill, so they're planning to trade him to the Denver Broncos for just a mid-round pick. Although people have said this is a bad move for the Broncos, I think otherwise. Trading for Flacco was a low-risk, high-reward decision for the Broncos. General manager John Elway knows what he's doing with this offense. He's bringing in a veteran quarterback with experience and a strong arm and applying it to Denver's amazing running game. This is what the Broncos have always done. They play good offense and dominate with their defense. Joe Flacco's career is far from over. I'm Steven Lopez.
A big controversy that has plagued the world of professional sports has gotten out of hand. Domestic violence scandals seem to pop up in every professional sport. A while back, the Kansas City Chiefs released Kareem Hunt, a third-round draft pick running back in the 2017 draft for domestic violence charges. But recently, the Cleveland Browns signed Hunt to a 1-year deal. The issue isn't that he was only offered a 1-year, no-dollar guaranteed contract, but the fact that men like this get their crimes pushed under the rug for talent. Another example, July of 2017, the Houston Astros organization signed a contract with Roberto Osuna for one of their troubled closers, Ken Giles. The deal happened while Osuna was serving his 75-game suspension with the Toronto Blue Jays for domestic violence charges. While deals like this happen all the time, one man can stand or kneel for what he believes in and gets punished for it. Colin Kaepernick began kneeling for the national anthem in protest to police brutality. In direct result from this, he lost his contract with the San Francisco 49ers as their starting quarterback. Not only did he get released and remained a free agent, but no NFL team wanted to even meet with him, unless he promised to stand. Despite being violent, terrible men that have beat up their wives or girlfriends, their talent is deemed more important. However, when a man kneels for what he believes in and raises controversy because he is practicing his First Amendment right, he gets punished. The NFL and other professional sports has made clear that talent beats integrity. I'm Hallie Roberts.
Welcome to the Rookie Roundtable. I'm Brett McCargo here with Andy Hernandez, Steven Lopez, and Hallie Roberts. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the best NFL rookies for this season. So, Andy, what are your thoughts on the best rookies?
Well, obviously there are many outstanding rookies this 2018 season, including Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield, and many others. But I think, for me, the best rookie was Bradley Chubb. He improved the Broncos' defense, and he almost passed the NFL all-time record for most sacks by a rookie. And him and Von Miller, just with a better offense, I think they could win more games next year.
I can see where you're coming from, but my personal pick is Baker Mayfield. He scored 27 touchdowns and broke the rookie touchdown record of all time. And he also improved the Browns' offense.
I feel like personally Derwin James should have been put in the mix, the safety for the Los Angeles Chargers. In week 12, he already had 3.5 sacks and 2 interceptions and 6 quarterback hits, which he was the first person in the league to do that. So I feel like he should have been a valid argument for this.
I like all your thoughts, but I'd have to say Lamar Jackson. If you can come in as a rookie and take a veteran spot and take them to the playoffs, I think you need consideration to be Rookie of the Year.
I think I disagree with you. I agree with Steven. I feel like Baker Mayfield, he had a better season than Lamar Jackson. Even though Lamar Jackson only played for a couple games, I feel like if he would have played the whole season, Baker Mayfield still would have done better than him.
I agree with
that.
Andy.
I respect that.
I disagree because I feel like when you throw in a rookie quarterback into a starting position, it can just go wrong so fast. And I feel like if they kind of followed the Kansas City model, as it's called, where you have a rookie quarterback that sits usually his first entire rookie season, like Patrick Mahomes, behind a veteran, then it usually gets a better outcome. I mean, look at Patrick Mahomes this season. He's been outstanding. And I feel like if the Cardinals could have done that with Josh Rosen and just had him sit behind a veteran quarterback, despite how bad it may be, he would have at least been able to learn and to kind of get that knowledge of what the gameplay and the speed of the game is going to be like.
So you think that helps their development?
I do. I believe that.
Well, I feel like Lamar Jackson doesn't have anyone to look up to in the Ravens.
True.
Joe Flacco, he lost his spark. He's not the quarterback that he used to be. And, well, I just don't think he would have done a good job.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't have the spark that you say that he might used to have, he still had that at one point.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Lamar would have been able to sit and watch, even if it's not as, as great as he once was, he's still an NFL quarterback and a veteran for a reason.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you look at Baker Mayfield, he also had no one to look up to, but he still went in there.
That is true.
And he did really good.
It's true.
I like that. Our second topic is NFL officiating. Is the league getting too soft?
I think the league is getting way too soft. The refs, they're making bad calls that affect the game. Pass interference calls, roughing the passer. For example, at the beginning of the season, Jordy Nelson, almost every game he was getting called for roughing the passer. And for the pass interference, the Saints versus Rams game, it really affected that game. And yeah.
I agree with you because when you watch the NFL, you expect the players to make the plays and decide how the game goes, not the refs.
Although that the game has become a very much more offensive kind of game, it's kind of leaving the defenders in a no-man land. They're scared to hit high because they don't want to get called, but then they're scared to hit low too. So they're just in this no-man's land, and it's kind of devaluing the defending aspect of the game, and it's devaluing running backs because now your most paid people are your quarterbacks and your wide receivers and those kinds of people and your end rushers.
So I'd like to think of it as they're penalizing defensive players for something they were taught to do.
Like the Patriots versus Chiefs game, in the season game, when Brady was wide open for the defensive player to get a sack, he didn't even tackle him right. He just sort of hugged him. And Brady, all he did was run into the end zone to score an easy touchdown. I feel like they're scared to make these type of tackles now, and they're afraid to get a flag.
Yeah, I think they're really underestimating the quarterbacks. I mean, these guys are athletes. They know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah. Yeah, football's meant to be a physical sport.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Rookie Roundtable. I'm Brett McCargo here with Andy Hernandez, Steven Lopez, and Holly Roberts.